Today on Meat Revival, Rouladen on the red box.
Okay, today on Meat Revival, we've got Holly joining us again for another dish that she has conjured up here. That's the good thing about Holly coming by to see us. It's always something interesting.
Something different.
Something different. And that's what we like. So today, this is called
Rouladen.
Rouladen. And where does that come from?
So it's a German dish.
Okay.
It's beef rolled up with pickle and some onions and some Dijon mustard.
Rolled up beef with a pickle.
Yeah. Now you can, this is something else that if you're having a little holiday get together, you can make this ahead of time. Okay. You get your meat sliced really thin.
Okay.
Okay. If you have a butcher.
Okay, so what kind of meat is this? I understand it's beef.
This is a top round.
Top round, okay.
Yeah.
Is that preferred to do this
It could be a top sirloin, it could be a flank steak.
Okay.
Something that you can slice fairly thin.
That's pretty thin, yeah.
Yeah. On the cutter that we used, it was set at about a 4.
Okay.
You want it to be about bologna thin.
Okay.
It's how my sister told me. She said it needs to be bologna thin. Okay, bologna thin. And I kept cutting it until it was bologna thin.
So when you do cut it, though, you want to make sure you can go have the grain to run out.
Right.
If you don't, when you cook, it's going to just kind of
fall apart.
Yeah.
And there's enough meat here, that little bristle piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. And
Okay.
There's a little dog around here that's going to love my leftovers.
A little dog?
He's a big dog.
All right, so tell us how this works.
It's pretty simple. So what we're going to do is you're going to put a little Grey Poupon
Okay.
directly on a piece of meat. If I can get it out. And if you get too much on it, just keep it on your brush for the next one.
Okay.
You just want to layer it on where you can still see the meat through it. You don't want it thick and globby. See, I actually had put too much on it.
Right.
So it's still on here.
But it's hanging on the brush.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
So then we're going to take a couple of onions, and again, we cut them about 1/4 inch.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to put a few onions on it. The amount of onions you put on depends on how much you like onions.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all about interpretation, how much you like it.
That's right. Same pickles. I know a lot of people around here especially love Mark Lambert's pickles. So that's what this is right here. His spicy
one of
garlic.
mine, spicy garlic dill pickles.
Yeah, that was his Granny's recipe.
Wow.
Yeah. But they're big. That's too big for the bite size.
What you're going to do.
Yeah. So you're just going to cut it in thirds. So it's basically a half pickle that we cut into thirds. Okay. You want the pickle to be about the size of the meat.
Okay.
So you can cut it off. And then some are going to have the leftovers.
All right.
Okay? No wasting. Put that on, and then you start rolling it up. Now, I start rolling with the flippity-flip side so I can tuck it in. And then I just start rolling it.
Okay. So you're going to just roll that whole piece of meat?
Yep. And then I have some toothpicks over there. And we're just going to secure it with the toothpick.
Okay.
And that's what we do. So we'll do a couple more just to show you. Maybe I'll roll it out. I'm going to get a splatter of the grease. So in the end, we're going to put them in the electric skillet and we're going to brown them a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to put them in a pan with some beef broth and let them bake for about 30 minutes just to get them good and done.
Right.
You know what we forgot on that one?
What?
Bacon.
Bacon.
Forgot the bacon on it.
So it goes inside.
It goes inside. The thing with the bacon I cooked it a little bit first because I didn't want soggy bacon.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I'm.
Well, but I think that's good because once the bacon's inside, you can never tell if the bacon's done
Right.
completely or not.
When I was a kid, I used to love to eat raw hamburger meat. Thought it was awesome. Well, my mom would say, "Don't eat that." I eat it anyway.
You did, and such a rebel.
Yeah. We're gonna unroll this and stitch that
Can't
bacon
stand
in
it,
there.
can you?
No, I can't. So I thought I'm gonna eat raw bacon. It'll be just as good as raw hamburger.
Mm.
No.
No.
I
I
threw
bet
that
not.
up. I threw that up. I threw that up. And ever since then, I always make sure that my bacon is completely cooked. So I don't want to throw it up.
Right there with you. Okay.
Alright, so I think we have enough between what we did
Yeah.
and this.
I think so.
So if you want to bring those over
I
here,
will.
get these out of the way. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to season the tops of these
Okay.
with 3 different seasonings. Get them all out here. See, I was busy.
You have been busy.
So we're going to use a little salt and pepper, just
Okay.
straight salt and pepper.
All right. Is that like a 50-50 mix?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And we're just going to lightly do the tops of them.
Now I hear people talk all the time about different meshes of pepper. Is that just a ground black pepper? Is it a coarse ground?
I do not know. A man who passed away made this for me,
Uh-huh.
and it's all I use.
It looks kind of coarse.
It's a coarse grind. He would grind it himself,
Yeah.
and it's all I use. And it's sad that he passed away. Because when it's gone, it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So then we also use Mark's Sweet Swine Wine Roasted Garlic Rub. We
Okay.
use some of that on here. And again, we're going to give it the same amount of coating that we did on the salt and pepper. And a lot of this seasoning, it's going to go away as we brown it in the skillet. So you don't want to be shy with your seasonings on
Okay.
it. It's a... And then the third seasoning, paprika.
Pepper.
You've got to have this. You've got to have this. Because it's the German food. Where's paprika come from? Hungary?
I have no idea. Hungry?
It comes from Hungary. And I'm getting hungry too.
This really looks good.
It's a little time consuming, but
End result worth it.
yeah. And if you, like you said, if you plan it ahead, you can roll these up the day before, cover them with saran wrap, okay? And then when you're ready to cook them for that day, you get your skillet out and you start cooking them up.
So you can go ahead and do the total prep, season,
Right.
everything.
You can do
Okay.
everything the day before, just seal it up, put it in the fridge, get it
Okay.
back out, start browning them up, and then stick them in the oven.
Okay.
So
Good
whenever
deal.
you're having your holiday meal, this is ready to go.
Okay.
And you're not stressing over how much stuff you still have to cook.
Right.
All right, so this thing is going to splatter on us. Because it's hot.
Well,
So I put a little bacon grease in it, just to
everything's
help
better
it
than
out. Bacon grease and cheese. There's no cheese in
that. Did you forget it?
here. No,
Okay, so you're putting it seasoned side down.
right. Because with it down, we're going to go back over and we're going to season this side
In the skillet.
in the skillet. It's not hot, that hot. I can just use my hands.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Hot, hot. And the little toothpicks in them sort of gives it room so that you cannot crowd them because you got toothpicks here. So it sort of gives them a little elbow room.
Okay.
So then we're going to sprinkle the other side. So I've had this electric skillet going at, I started heating it at about 350.
Okay.
I took it down to 325. And I'm just going to brown both sides. And then once we're done with that, we'll put it in another pan and put it on the smoker.
Okay.
And let it cook at about 350 for about 30 minutes in
Okay.
some beef broth just to get it going.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, good. All right. While this is browning up, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a minute. Thanks, Holly. Okay, so we got our rouladen out of the smoker now, and it's done. Looks like to perfection. What's this red stuff we got going on here? What are we going to do with it, Holly?
Oh, so that is a sweet and sour pickled cabbage. So what we
Okay.
did, we browned the rouladen after we rolled it all up.
Okay.
We browned it on both sides, and then we put it in a pan with some beef broth. Put it in the red box for about 20 minutes.
And the red box is the smoker.
Right, right. So if you're at home, you use the oven at 350.
Okay.
Okay. If you're out with us, you're going to use the red box.
There you go.
Put it in for about 20, 30 minutes while you're doing everything else.
Okay.
You're just keeping it warm. You're letting the seasonings and the tastes and the flavors marry. And then it's ready.
Okay.
Eat up. So yeah, you want to eat some of the red cabbage with it because it's good.
Let's eat some of it with it.
Anyone want some? Mark, you want to come over here?
So we're going to break it. We're just going to
You
eat it.
just sort of
Baby.
put it on top and just take it like, sort of like an egg roll.
I like an egg roll.
Just eat up.
So you take a little there on there?
Mm-hmm. How's that pickle?
Well, the sweet and sour red cabbage balances it nicely.
Tempers it out, yeah. Because you know me, I have trouble with those pickles. And that's good. Actually, it's just almost the perfect amount of spice with that red cabbage.
That's it.
Now, if people can't stomach the spicy garlic sweet swinamine pickle, just get a regular pickle.
I saw another recipe when we were in Munich. They put a demi-glace, a sweet demi-glace that was sweetened with ketchup. It was amazing on this.
I've seen them done with the sweet gherkin pickles too, which is a totally different flavor.
But you
it's good.
But you know, when you have that pickle of yours, to me, it's pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
But it's not here.
No, everything.
It's not.
It just spices everything up and balances everything out.
Yeah.
But remember, we took one pickle or a half pickle because they come in half pickles, and we cut it in thirds,
Right.
and then we cut those in half. So you're really only getting a sixth of a pickle. It's not like you're eating a giant pickle.
That's a real Bavarian flavor. I mean, excellent. I like it.
Oh, that's very good.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Reheats well too.
Really?
Okay. Well, this has been very interesting. Another good dish that Holly has provided.
Something different.
I mean, yeah, something different. Something I wouldn't have thought of. You know?
It's interesting.
It is interesting. But it's good interesting. Boy,
Things,
just can't
food
win
that
with
makes
this
you go,
girl. Just can't win with this. But seriously, we appreciate you coming, Holly, and sharing this with us. Mark, thank you for having us over
Pleasure.
here today.
It was a pleasure.
Kevin, you want to come around and say a few words?
We're all good.
We're all good.
We're all good.
All right. We appreciate you tuning in to Meat Revival again, folks. Be sure and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so that you'll know whenever we have a new one coming out. We'll have them out here probably in another week or so. 2 weeks maybe. And then they should come pretty regular, get you through the winter. Don't quit cooking. Just keep watching. Thanks.
Thanks for checking us out today on Meat Revival. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get all the latest updates. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. We'll see you next time.